So out of everything we learned about Spider-Man Far From Home, the one thing people seem to be hung up on the most is the villain Mysterio, and how he sort of sounds like he's going to be like Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi. So let's talk about this and see what we can come up with. Now, before I get into this, I should say, I love the Sam Raimi movies. I think most of you that have been following this channel for a while know how much those mean to me, specifically Spider-Man 2. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie. Yes, ahead of Homecoming. It's nostalgia that drives it, but of course, when talking about Homecoming, it's right up there with it. I gave them the same score and everything. Both movies are important to me for different reasons. So going into Far From Home, I think most of us expected a different type of Spider-Man movie, and it sounds like we're getting, we're going to be getting the Elementals, which sound definitely different, especially if Sandman is one of these. That sounds completely different than the Sandman we all know, but then again, it's a new interpretation of Spider-Man, right? And at the same time, Mysterio is the big question mark, and this is the big argument among people, is Mysterio seems to be a friend of Nick Fury's who's helping Spider-Man, but somehow he turns bad at the end, and he has a mentorship role to Peter. So this is the one where people are like, wait, that's Doc Ock. Well, yes and no. The essence of that can kind of exist, right? But I don't see why people are complaining about that. Let me just take a sidestep and say nobody's complaining about it in Marvel's Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, and everybody seems to be that's the best version we've ever gotten of Spider-Man other than the comics. But once again, it's Doc Ock as a mentor, just like Spider-Man 2, right? So I think they're taking elements people like and using those elements, which honestly I'm excited to see, because I want to see how Mysterio is different, because clearly he's a different character, right? He's nowhere near who Doc Ock is as a mentor or anything. I think he's going to kind of play with that. And he's obviously Mysterio, so he's into the fame and glory, and it really wouldn't surprise me if he's trying to drive Peter more towards that to kind of profit from it. And Peter's like, dude, this isn't what it's about, right? And there's some sort of plot intertwined in there that maybe Mysterio's behind this, which would make a lot of sense. So I don't think the comparisons are valid, especially that we haven't seen the movie yet. See what I'm saying here? Like, if it comes out and then it's like beat for beat just Doc Ock, we're like, oof, okay, you failed there. But until we see it, maybe reserve judgment?